Facebook. Yeah, we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Good morning if you are joining us. And I will click the go live button on Instagram. There we go, we're live on Instagram too. So good morning if you're joining on Instagram. We've got the Zoomers ready and raring to go. So let us find a space where you've got some space in front and behind you. I thought today we're focusing more on movement, but obviously we have in mind breath. But I wanted to sort of like have underlying everything, or just in the back of our minds as we're working on today's session, is rhythm, because rhythm is so key in terms of life. Basically, we have the daily rhythm, the monthly rhythm, the yearly rhythm, our breath, the rhythm of the breath, the heartbeat. So as we're moving, just have in mind that idea of the rhythm of the movement. So let's start off with knocking, which is very rhythmical. I want to do what we did on Monday as well, is just do that weight shift on this one. So you're actually almost like using that opposite leg to drive you in the opposite direction. So you're just peeling the heel and very gently pushing the ball of the foot into the ground, so we're getting that rotation through the hips. So we're strong through the lower body, and then you could just lift and lengthen the upper body. So light through the upper body. Make sure you've got plenty of space here, that you're shoulder width apart. If we're too close, it's really difficult to do that. So make sure you're shoulder width apart. Nice and stable and supported on the ground. And just settle into your comfortable rhythm. Very subtle weight shift side to side. Keeping light and tall through the spine. And then slowing it down into water waves. So slowing the movement. Both heels onto the ground now. So evenly weight evenly distributed. And then slowing down. And just taking a rest, bringing your feet hip width, standing tall. You can open up the shoulders if you want to open up the shoulders. If you just want your arms just by the side, absolutely fine, whichever feels good. Strong lower body, tall, lengthened and lifted and light through that upper body. Step back out. Let's stay with our feet parallel on this one, but hip width apart. Spinal cord breathing, so that little tilt of the pelvis forwards and backwards as we open up the chest, breathing in and breathing out. And again, just settle into your own comfortable rhythm, following your breath. Breathing in as we expand. This movement now should be so second nature. We've done it so many times that you don't have to think about it. Let's do a couple more. And then standing. If you feel you need a little bit of a shake, if you need a little bit of a walkabout, that's absolutely fine. Stand tall. Do you feel a need of fuller breath? Bit of cleansing and clearing, that's good, just at the end of that movement. And then step back out, we'll stay parallel with the feet, shifting the weight side to side, and dog wags the tail. So if you imagine at the end of your tailbone, you're wagging a tail, you've got a big tail, you're swishing a tail. And again, just settle into the rhythm, just breath easy, in and out through the nose. And slowing down. Let's do the one when Elaine was here, actually. I like the one Elaine did when we were doing that swing, the arm swing side to side. So you have that little bit of a bounce, swinging arms to the side and then the opposite side. So you're just dropping. And this is a really nice one to focus on the rhythm. Really focusing on that lightness of the upper body, strong through the lower body, a little bit of a bounce. It's great because you get the rotation through the spine. slow it down, slow it down. A little bit of a shake out. Yeah, what I find interesting when you're doing things like this is you can really feel, particularly say for example you're a little bit more compressed or contracted on one side. One side might feel really easy to swing to, and then you come to the other side and you go, oh, I can't swing around to that side. So again, this one particularly is all movement, almost like through the lower rib cage is how I'm playing with that one, is I'm bringing that rib cage round and down and round and down and keeping those ribs in. Just have a little play with that. Have a little bit of a shake out. Do a similar type of thing with the arms swinging up and then bounce. Again, rhythm. And you're focusing on strong lower body, light body. Not having to use my arms, they're literally just swinging. Please do watch that you haven't got anything behind you. Should have said that before we started. Think of it almost like, like you watch Take a Rest for a minute. Like you almost watch, if you swing something, it goes up and then it drops down. So I'm not getting there and going, I'm going to hold here and then I'm going to move my arms down. I'm going to move my arms like this. The upper body is just really loose. And there's that little double bounce at the bottom there. You don't have to do any work with the shoulders and the arms. Just relax, they're soft. And a couple more. And take a rest. Have a little shake out for the shoulders. Let the breath settle. Walk around if you need to walk around. We'll do a little bit of work with the feet. So let's go again, shoulder width apart. Just feet parallel. Now, if you've got any ankle problems, any issues with the feet, anything hurts, as I say every week, if you have any pain, you stop. We're just going to rock to one side. So you're on the outside of the foot on one foot and the inside of the foot on the other foot. And then we're going to rock back. And then we're going to rock side to side. And again, just settle into a nice, easy rhythm. I am going tonight for my first ever Pilates reformer session. So I'm looking forward to this. And I've got a 6 o'clock client tomorrow morning, so I'm just dreading, hopefully I can get up tomorrow morning. So I'll let you know on Monday how that goes. It's interesting because it's at the same place as the osteo I've been going to. She teaches Feldenkrais as well, so she does Feldenkrais and Pilates, so that would be an interesting one. So just rocking. And with this, I'm not dropping the body side to side, I'm literally just rocking the feet side to side. Settle into the rhythm. Notice if there's anywhere else in the body where you're holding tension. Are you holding tension maybe in the thumbs or the hands or the wrists? Can you let that tension go if you've got any tension in the wrists? Are you holding any tension in the face? Relax the face. And those feet working. Slow it down. Have a little bit of a shake out. So you can maybe shake the ankles out a little bit if you need to. And then come back to that standing position, shoulder width apart. Just let the breath settle. We're going to do that weight shift forwards and backwards. So I'm doing it very subtly. I'm going to show you from the side. You can still face front. You're just doing that subtle weight shift. So you're onto the ball of the foot, not quite lifting the heel yet. And then that weight shift back onto the back to the heel of the foot. Watch that you're not falling backwards. So remember, everything counterbalances, that upper body counterbalances. Remember those 3 centers of gravity is always good to remember. The center of gravity of the head, center of gravity of the chest, center of gravity of the pelvis. So everything's just balanced. Ball of the foot, heel of the foot. When the heel of the foot, when you're coming towards the heel, everything shifts so it's balanced on top of the pelvis. Same thing as we're moving forward. So just very gentle rocking forwards and backwards. Again, notice if you're holding any tension. Are you holding tension in the thumbs, in the face? Are you bracing? Can you let go of any tightness and tension in the front of the body or the back of the body? Settle into a very gentle. It's almost like bamboo in the wind, but you're doing this deliberately. Remember, bamboo in the wind, we're just letting the body just do whatever it feels it needs to do. And obviously with bamboo in the wind, you've got your feet together and got your eyes closed. But here we're just getting that gentle rock forwards and backwards, but you are deliberately doing that. Then if it feels comfortable and strong through the ankles, just going onto the ball of the foot and just raising the bubbling spring and then lowering back down. And make sure you lower, not just crash back down. So it's like you're peeling the heels and then you're lowering the heels down. All legs straight, strong. That's a really good example of strong through the lower body, light and lifted through the upper body. Settle into that rhythm. Notice any excess tension that you might be carrying, using. Remember, tension is good where we need that tension. Once you settle into the rhythm, feel quite nice. There's no rush. Let's just do a couple more. And then take a rest and have a little shake again. Let's go shoulder width apart, slight turn out on the feet. We'll do a squat. We'll do a squat with the arms raising up as you go down. So it's almost like a squat and an open the flow type movement. So sinking down, coming back up. And again, that nice lightness through the upper body, wave through the upper body. So strong lower body. Just really relax the shoulders. Settle into the rhythm. See if you can go just that little bit lower without forcing, without strain. Let's do two, just nice and solid. And take a rest. You should feel as if you've really worked the lower body. Upper body is flowing. It's just doing this. Let's just break that down a little bit. So go back to your shoulder width apart with the feet. Just do open the flow without the squat. So just really keep that upper body light and lifted. So imagine like seaweed in the water. It's just really soft. I'm not having to do effort with my arms. It's just floating up and then just sinking down. Soft, soft, soft. Think soft, soft, soft. And then think that the breath is guiding that. So as you breathe in, everything expands. It's just like, whoa, I'm expanding as I'm breathing in. And as I breathe out, everything softens. So it's like you're breathing into the arms. The arms float up as you breathe in. Soften. Another way to maybe visualize this, and again, it's almost like going back to the good old chi running days where you think of everything coming from the center. So the power comes from the center and it fills up to the peripherals. So I'm not using my fingers to lift, I'm using my shoulders to lift. Everything's coming from the center up. That's what we were taught in Qi running. It's what's taught in Qigong. That energy comes from the center. So that when we're moving, everything comes from here, from the center, from the center. So we can relax and let go a little bit more of the upper body, have a little bit of a shake out. I want you to come back into that squat and really feel that contrast, really feel what's going on nice and strong through the lower body, and then light and lifted through the other body, upper body, and then settle into the rhythm. Find whatever is a comfortable space between the feet. So usually just a little bit wider than hips, or just a little bit wider than shoulders. Feet slight turn out. Let's do with the breath now, breathing in and breathing out. Soft and easy in and out through the nose. Keep the chest lifted. So all I'm doing is lowering my center of gravity. Now, if we really want to challenge ourselves, what we can do is, as we come up, we shift the weight onto the ball of our foot and just raise the bubbling spring. So you're just doing that shift. That feels a little bit too challenging. Just stay doing exactly what we're doing now, but you're just raising the bubbling spring. Then heels. Make sure you keep breathing. Make it even more challenging. We start to raise the bubbling spring. We've got on the heels, then we start to raise the bubbling spring off the ground as you're coming up. Now, if you've got any pain in your ankles, if you stop breathing, if you're tight and tense, just do what we're doing. So don't force anything. Just do what we were doing previously. So you roll onto the ball of the foot, raise the bubbling spring. See if we can settle into a rhythm with that. So you're lifting your body weight up from a squat. Watch that the ankles don't roll out or in, so keep those ankles strong. Let's do 2 more. Take a rest. So that's quite a fun one just to play around with the squats. So we started off like that, and then we changed like that. Just play around with stuff like that, as long as it's not painful, as long as it doesn't hurt, and that you can keep breathing through it and you settle into a nice rhythm. Let's just do a little bit more knocking. And again, just with that shift of the weight. Slowing down. Pulling down, breathing in. Breathing out. Again, shoulders relaxed. Strong lower body, light upper body, nice rhythmical movement. Breath in. Breath out. Linking your fingers, linking your thumbs, resting your hands just on the lower belly, bringing the feet together. Closing your eyes for a little bit of bamboo in the wind. Taking a breath in, opening your eyes, stepping out, doing a little bit of a brush down. And a little bit of a shake out, and we will finish there. So as you work through the day, as you go through the day, just have in mind rhythm. Whatever you're doing, there's a rhythm to what we're doing. There's a rhythm to how you breathe. There's a heart rate. There's a rhythm to your heartbeat. So have that in mind as you work through the day. We'll be back next Monday with the Breathe Balance Move, so you can join Monday where we're focusing a little bit more on breath. If you are one of our core members, then we do have the workshop on Saturday at 10 a.m. So I will see you then if you've registered for that workshop on Saturday. Thanks as always for jumping in, following through. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Oh yeah, look at it drop. Oh, thanks for that. Hopefully you understood some of that. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll remember that. This is if the t-shirt gets too baggy, your microphone drops off. Thanks for a reminder, Christine. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. You managed. You're all following. I was watching you anyway, so you knew what you were doing. Brilliant. I'll see you Saturday, or I'll see you next Monday. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye.